Hi, welcome back, my dear student. In the last lecture, we improved our registration page by encrypting the passwords that are coming from this field to the database. Now, we need to update our CMS a little bit to actually handle this change. You see, now that we can make users encrypt passwords, I'm going to show you an example right now. It creates a little issue if we don't update our CMS. You see, if you go to the front of the CMS, and you try to log in with a new user that you make, for example, you make them a admin, and you try to log in, it will not allow you to do that because now it's encrypting the password and it has different fields in the database. So we need to adjust it a little bit, all right? So first, let's go ahead and make our user here just to show you exactly what it's doing. So I'm just going to make a simple user here. I'm just going to call him demo and demo at Gmail. Let's just say Yahoo, right? Let's just for just changing things, And I'm just gonna make the password super simple: 1, 2, and 3. And I'm gonna show you right now what happens. I'm gonna register that, and the user's submitted. Let's go to admin. Let's check it out. And now we can see that demo has been created right here, right? I'm just gonna delete this too here. So it's been created. Now when I click edit, we can see that the password has been encrypted and showing right here. All right. Now let's go and log out, and I'm going to type in that same username right here, demo, and then 1, 2, and 3. Submit, and it doesn't allow me to get in there. All right. Now that's because the password, and I'm just going to refresh this a little bit. The password is a different one now because it's being encrypted, so we need to adjust it. So let's go ahead and do that right now. So what we're going to do is we're going to go to let's actually take this out of here. Let's go to the login page, and right after that, we are going to be using the crypt function again. All right, and we are going to be passing some parameters, and I'm just going to change the salt because if you remember, our encrypted password has our random salt column value, default value that we put in the database. I'll show you right now what it is. You see, it has this default value. So all I'm going to do is just use that default value with the password, and I'm going to pass it in the script function here to reverse what we did. So now when the script function finishes converting this again, it's going to turn the password to that first password that we first had there. All right, and I'm going to assign that value here. If you don't understand much about what's really going on here about the crypt function, I got a lecture on security on the security section of this course, and I explain a little bit more about the function here, but you can always get more information at the php.net website. All right, just to know exactly how this works, because it would take me a lecture or two to explain it a little deep into it, but anyways, so now that I have this here, now it will be able to compare both passwords, and it will allow me to log in. Show you right now. All right, so I'm just gonna refresh here. I'm gonna put my cursor there, enter, and I'm gonna say demo, and then 1, 2, 3, enter, and now it's going to allow me to go in. All right, so this script function will convert the password, it will encrypt the password, right? It will do as an input, and then it will output the same if you just provide the hash with the password again. All right, so, and remember that hash is just the string, the 22 characters, and that in the hash format. I'll show you right now. This is the hash format right here. That's the cost, right? You can look it up in the php.net website. And that use some crazy strings, 22. Now we're gonna correct one of these here because we need to actually make this 22 characters, and I think it only has 21. A good way of finding out is when you use a function called strlength. All right, so we want to make sure that that's 22 characters. I believe it's 22, but just to make sure, let's go ahead and try it out. I'm gonna do a little simple try here. So I'm just gonna comment this out here. Actually, I'm gonna comment all this out. I'll show you right now how we can test this out. All right, and We can just comment everything out. That's fine. Let's just comment this whole thing out. Just a simple test, just to show you. All right. This is going to actually take us to the login page. All right. So let's just test it out real quick, and let's just say test. Let's just to make sure that it does take us there. All right. I'm gonna log out. Log in. It takes us to that login page. All right. So now we can test this. I'm gonna show you real quick exactly what I'm talking about. So this is it right here. So let's say you have a password, right? And the password is secret. And let's say this is the hash format. And I'm just gonna show you this real quick. Hash format, and the hash format is in the php.net website. It's a special format. It's not anything you want. All right. To Y, and I think it's 7 on the php.net website. I'm just gonna make it 10. This is how many times it's gonna flip the. It's gonna do the conversion. It's gonna try. It's gonna do it 10 times. All right. And let's do the salt. The salt is the strings. And again, this lecture is on the security section, by the way. And I just use some whatever random character I want, and I'm just gonna use some crazy string. You see, I'm forgetting an S there. I have a feeling that this is only 21 characters. Want to make sure that it is 22 characters. So I'm just gonna echo this out, and let's try it now. Let's see. I'm gonna submit here, and it's 21 characters. All right, let's make sure it's 22 characters. And I use some crazy strings with an S is the one that we're looking for. All right. So what we need to do is, let's go back, submit 22 characters. Let's make sure that this is 22 characters in our database. All right. So I'm just gonna go to structure, change that field, and I'm just gonna add it right here. Strings. There we go. Save. All right. So now we're good to go, and I just wanted to show you that this is how it goes. Let's say this is just a static password that I'm using here. This is what you're gonna get from the form usually, something like that, right? Whatever you set it to be. This is gonna be the hash format, and this is the salt. And remember, the encrypt function goes like this. All right, and it takes the password. All right, and it takes the hash format and the salt together. So that's what we did in the database. All right, we put both of them together. All right, so that way we can just save it in one field in the database, because that's what it takes right here. But I mean, we can just do it like this and this. Put them right here, and that's what we got in the database. All right. Just, you know, you can pause this video and watch it again, but anyway, so I'm just gonna uncomment this out. I just wanted to give you a little detail about how that works, and now we're good to go, right? We can log in to our site anytime we want. Let's make sure that this works here. Let's just say demo, and then 1 2 3. All right, so we're good to go. All right. So anyway, in the next lecture, we're going to be helping our user page here not display. Let me just go back here. Not display this long password here. All right, we want it to display whatever password we set it to. Right now, if we go ahead and do this, it doesn't actually even encrypt the password. So we need to make sure that it encrypts the password and shows only this here. Okay, so we're gonna do that in the next lecture. Take care.